You know the drill, it's Friday, and that means another episode of the Ocean Star Sports Show. I'm your host, sports reporter Dominic Polio, and I've got a jam-packed show for you this week. All your coverage for Point Borough and Point Beach, girls and boys soccer, as they begin the New Jersey State Interscholastic Athletic Association State Tournament. Before we get into that, let's take a look at Point Beach football, who hosted Shore Regional on homecoming last Friday night. The scene was set for an exciting homecoming, but the Point Beach football team knew it would be an uphill battle since they were facing undefeated Shore Regional. Shore proved why they remain unbeaten as they took care of the Garnet Gulls 42-7. It was touchdown after touchdown after touchdown after touchdown for Shore Regional, followed by extra point after extra point after extra point. Point Beach was plagued by turnovers throughout the game and never got their offense rolling. It wasn't until the final quarter that they got some points on the scoreboard. Freshman Bradley Perry ran the ball in from 1 yard out for the score. Sean Gould hit the kick for the extra point, and Beach avoided the homecoming shutout. Shore Regional remains undefeated, and it was a tough way to lose homecoming for the Garnet Gulls, but they hope to bounce back tonight when they host Mater Dei on senior night. We're going to transition from Point Beach football to Point Beach volleyball as they hosted Donovan Catholic last week in a regular season match to gear up for the state tournament. Let's have a look. Last Thursday, the Point Beach volleyball team hosted the Donovan Catholic Griffins. After dropping the first set 25-15, the Gulls fought but also lost the second set 25-23. The Griffins jumped out to a 13-4 lead in the first set and never looked back. The Gulls had trouble handling outside hitter and lefty Ireland Beal, who featured tips and array of hits around the court to put Beach on their heels. The second set was a bit of a different story, though, as the Garnet Gulls kept pace with Donovan Catholic. After tying the game at 11, the Gulls increased their lead to 18-14. Unfortunately for Beach, Donovan Catholic was able to get back on track to take a 21-19 lead. Then it was Tara Clark with a tip to cut the deficit. But the Griffins got back to a 2-point lead before a long serve out. Clark hits an ace to tie the game at 22, but then missed serves to hand the lead back over. The two teams then exchanged outside kills before the Griffins attained set and match point. The Gulls could not put together an attack, and Donovan Catholic was able to tip their way to victory. Final score 25-23. The Garnet Gull volleyball team went on to play Kinnelon in the first round of the state tournament. Kinnelon was seated at 5, Point Beach was seated at 27. They put up a fight, but they eventually fell in 2 sets. They lost the first set 25-17, and the second set they gave them a run for their money, but eventually fell 29-27. Now, we get into what you guys have all been waiting for. I know you're excited, I'm excited, I enjoyed covering every game this week. So, ladies first, we'll start with the girls soccer. Beach girls soccer hosted Manville in the first round of the state tournament. Let's see who came out on top. I'd tell you to hold on to your hats, folks, but who am I kidding? You'd be throwing them on the field for Reagan Gould in no time. Gould led Point Beach with 4 goals in their 8-0 victory over Manville in the first round of the Central Jersey Group 1 tournament on Monday. The first goal of the game belongs to Gould off a great cross from Kate Griffin. The next score was Gould again off a cheeky pass from Nicole Sharkey, and the goals were rolling. Gould got the hat trick on a PK after being taken down from behind in the box. The goalie guessed correctly, but her shot was too good to be stopped. For the goal's next score, it starts with Hannah Malcolm wiggling her way out of the corner to get off a cross to near post. Then Griffin flies in with the right foot to poke it in. Now we have Maddie House with the corner, Sharkey with the header, Lauren Colwine with the diversion, and it's a goal. Beach went into the half up 5-0. Right out of the half, it's Gould on the assist to Cameron Barnes, who puts it away with ease. Soon after, Gould says, "I'll have one more," steals the pass, and puts it in the back of the net. Up 7-0, Julia Cairns turns this pass into the final goal of the game. The Garnet Gulls punch their ticket to the next round of the tournament. There are only nice things to say about Reagan Gould as she continues to be a dominant force for the Garnet Gulls. You can learn more about Gould in the Athlete of the Week section of this week's Ocean Star newspaper. Moving from Point Beach girls soccer to Point Borough girls soccer, as they also had a dominant win. Let's check it out. It took 19 minutes before a goal was scored, but it sparked a 6-1 Panther victory over Pinelands Regional in the first round of the South Jersey Group 2 tournament on Monday. The first goal was a big one in every sense of the word. Amy Bergquist boots this ball from the right sideline 39 yards out. The goalie misjudges its trajectory and it bounces over her for the score. 3 minutes later, it's Devin Wondolowski with the drop to Robin Fiorentino, the left-footed strike for a beautiful finish. Point Borough went into the half up 2-0. The next goal came with some controversy as it initially looked like it bounced off the post, but the refs ultimately came to the correct conclusion, a Wondolowski goal. The next Borough goal scorer was Caitlin Sider on the end of a Julia Fitzsimmons cross, and the Panthers had a 4-0 lead. The fifth goal was Wondolowski in the box, and the sixth came off a Bergquist corner. She may be small, but Fitzsimmons always seems to be first to the ball as she puts it in the net. Pinelands Regional saved face with a rebound goal after two spectacular Amy Zaleski saves. It made little difference as Point Borough moved on to the next round of the tournament. I don't think it would have been a proper Borough girls soccer game if there wasn't some kind of controversy over a goal. Luckily, it didn't play too much into the game, and the Panthers came out on top. They continue to move forward with the tournament. Now, let's go back into Point Beach and transition to boys soccer as the Garnet Gulls hosted South Amboy in the first round of the state tournament. It was a clash between the 8 and 9 seeds on Tuesday when Point Beach, the 8 seed, hosted South Amboy in the first round of the Central Jersey Group 1 tournament. The Garnet Gulls cruised to a 6-0 win at home. The first goal came thanks in part to South Amboy's goalie, who was not able to catch this cross from Jack McDonald. Beach's next goal came from Anthony DeCrane, who received this beautiful ball from Kai Costa and turned it into a score. Soon after, it was Danny Savage who got on the end of a cross from Mike Ciorlian for the goal. Just like that, Beach was up 3-0. Just before the close of the first half, it was Alex Atno with a steal and the long ball upfield that Costa gets behind. He goes right, and South Amboy's goalie cannot reach it. Now this next goal was a beauty, starting with the back heel from Joe Del Grippo and ending with Christian Manis rocketing the ball near post for a goal. Del Grippo also notched a goal in the win as Point Beach claimed the 6-0 victory and a trip to the next round of the tournament. A very strong win for the Gulls, and as luck would have it, because it's probably written somewhere in some book from years ago, Point Beach matches up with Shore Regional today at 2 o'clock. It's a rivalry. Shore Regional holds the number 1 seed, so it'll be an exciting game, and highlights for that will be in next week's show. We go from Point Beach back to Point Borough as the Panthers started their first round play. It was the opening round of the South Jersey Group 2 tournament, and Point Borough hosted Medford Tech, the 14 seed. It was all Borough from the start, but luckily they waited for me to arrive before they scored their first of 7 goals in the shutout win. It was senior captain Sam Monaco that got on the end of a corner kick from Mason Pitts for this goal in the 9th minute. Soon after, it's a quick role reversal and Monaco dishes to Pitts and the Panthers score. What a celebration by Pitts. You just can't teach that form. In the 26th minute, it's Monaco with a cross into the box, and Nick DeCurtis lays it in. Now this next goal was a fun one as Monaco puts in a fancy cross. Looks like it's going untouched, but oh no, Medford Tech own goal. Point Borough goes into the half up 4-0. 10 minutes out of the half, it's DeCurtis again. This time on his own. Watch as he sneaks this ball by the goalie. In come the subs for the Panthers, and they get in on a scoring action. It's Matt Kimek on the wing to Jake Brisky, who has the wide open net and the goal. In the closing minutes of the game, Brisky scores again after Kimek's shot gets rerouted by Medford's goalie. With a 7-0 win, the Panthers continue on to the next round of the tournament. The Panthers look strong, fast, and on point, and it's always a good thing to see bench players coming into the game and scoring goals. Well, that's all the highlights I have for you for this week, but I know that you know there's going to be a lot more next week. The girls' teams played their next round game yesterday, so that'll be a next week's show, and the boys will play their games today, and then, of course, there's football and the other sports that will be featured. Once again, I have to remind you to take a look at the paper. Pick up your copy of the Ocean Star for November 6, 2015. Make sure you give the sports section a really good read over, and you can read the other sections if you feel like it too. And then you can follow me on Twitter at Dom Polio. That's at DOMPOLLIO. I'd like to thank all my current followers, and I will slowly be following each and every one of you back as I move through the list and see who I've got. Thanks for stopping by and checking out the show. I'm glad you guys like it. I love when you come up to me at games and thank me for what I'm doing. It's just a lot of fun, and it's something that I love to do, and I'm glad that I could bring these sports and these highlights to your household every Friday. So once again, thanks for stopping by. Reporting for Star News Group, I'm Dominic Polio.